are more preferred. And the new area of development which clubs the advantages of both the bases, that is seniority come efficiency based promotion, which is currently being followed by major of the MNCs and corporates. Now let's have a look on the detailed analysis of seniority based promotion. Seniority refers to relative length of service in the same organization. Again, as we said, promotion has to be in the same organization. If a person moves from one organization to another, it is not termed as promotion. So, seniority is a term which can be connected with the length of service which a person has stayed in the organization. Again, the logic behind considering seniority as a basis of promotion is that there is positive correlation between the length of service in the same job and the amount of knowledge and level of skill acquired by an employee in an organization. Now, talking about length of service, let us talk about how do we calculate length of service. Length of service means how much time a person or how many years a person has spent in the organization working for the organization. Now let us have a look at the teletop. In company A, there are 3 people who are working. Employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Employee 1 has worked in company A for 4 years. Employee 2 has worked in company A for 4 years, 2 years. And employee 3 has experience of 3 years in the same company. Now, according to seniority, the maximum length of service is of person A, that is 4 years. So, if we talk about seniority, number 1 person has 4 years of service, number 3 person has 3 years of service, and number 2 person has 2 years of service. So, who has to be promoted first? It is obviously person number 1 because he has the maximum years of service. The length of service is 4 years in company A. So let's get back to the presentation. So relative length of service has to be measured in seniority basis of promotion. The only aspect that is length of service. Now, why did we calculate these length of services? Because we feel that the length of service is positively correlated with the amount of knowledge we gain over the years. It is said that the work we do more in the same pattern over the years, we get an expertise over the same. So, if this assumption is valid, seniority based promotion can become very beneficial. But if this assumption goes wrong, as we can see in the government industry right now, that seniority doesn't have a positive relationship with the knowledge and the level of skill required. Now that can be disastrous for the company. So there has to be positive correlation between 2 aspects, which I'll repeat again, that is length of service and the amount of knowledge which the person gains during his entire tenure with the organization. Now there are various advantages of seniority based promotion. The first and foremost is it is very easy to measure. Now, as we saw in the last example, that we could easily calculate who has to be promoted, whether person 1, person 2 or person 3. Calculating the length of service, how can we calculate it? We start with the date of service till the current date he is serving in the organization. That would become his entire length of service. So there is no judgment which has to be passed. There is a very transparent system which a company can follow while he possesses seniority based promotion. Again, there is no scope of favoritism, discrimination and subjective judgment. Security and certainty is also a plus point in the use of seniority. A person is very sure when will he be promoted and before whom he will be promoted. Say for example, if we look at the teletop again, if in company A, promotion takes place every 2 years, person 1 and person 2. The person 1 has 1 year of experience, person 2 has 2 years of experience. Now, while talking about seniority, person 2 will be promoted first, and he is very certain that his promotion will take place now. Because he has completed 2 years of service and the promotion takes place every 2 years. Person A is very clear that he will be promoted next year as he completes 2 years of service. So let's get back to the presentation again. There is certainty and security about when promotion will happen and how will it happen. What would be the agenda? What would be the transparency which the organization will maintain when promotion happens? Again, seniority basis of promotion helps in reducing labor turnover. Now, when talking about labor turnover, what does that word mean? Labor turnover means people leaving the organization. Now, how does seniority basis of promotion helps in reducing labor turnover? If we classify the labor in two bases, the first one is people who are of a senior level, more experienced, and second who are people who are younger and not so much experienced than the older ones. So, if we talk about reducing turnover, the older people will stay with the organization as they know when they will be promoted. So talking about disadvantages, as every aspect has their own pros and cons, even seniority basis promotion has their own advantages and disadvantages as well. So let's take and list those disadvantages. It is not necessary that the employees learn more with the length of service. So like we talked in the definition of seniority based promotion, it was said that it has to have a positive correlation between the length of service and the knowledge which an employee gains. So it may not be necessary for all the people that how and when they get old they would acquire more knowledge. There are certain exceptions as well. The second disadvantage is it demotivates the young and more competent employees, which results in greater labor turnover. Now we have already discussed the meaning of the word labor turnover, which means people leaving the organization. Now, as an advantage in seniority based promotion, we saw that labor turnover decreases. But as in disadvantage, labor turnover increases. Now, how is that possible? Now, as we classified the people in two different bases, that was older employees and the younger employees. So, the labor turnover decreases in older employees when seniority based promotion is applicable. But the younger employees leave the organization more because their performance and their motivation is not seen. So that is why younger employees have greater labor turnover. Again, it would kill the zeal and interest for self-development as everybody will be promoted without showing any all-round growth or promise. As we know that there are two bases of promotion, that is seniority and efficiency. Till now we covered up the seniority basis of promotion, and now we'll move on to the next, that is efficiency based promotion. So let's look at the slide that what efficiency based promotion means. Efficiency is taken to denote an individual's employee skill, knowledge, ability, efficiency and aptitude as measured from educational, training and past employment record. Now, as we thought about seniority, which means the length of service becomes the basis of promotion. But in efficiency based promotion, the employee's skill, performance and the other abilities to do the things in the right manner becomes the basis of promotion. Which are the advantages of efficiency based promotion? The first one is that it motivates the employees to work hard, improve their knowledge, acquire new skills, and contribute to the organizational efficiency. It helps the employer to focus attention on talented people, recognize and reward their meritorious contribution in an appropriate manner. Competent employees are more motivated to exert all their energies and contribute to organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Now, talking about seniority and efficiency, in seniority, only the length of service will be taken into account during the promotion methods. But in efficiency, a person's ability of how he has conducted the work in the manner will be taken into account in efficiency basis of promotion. Now, talking about efficiency, it is said that it only considers performance of an employee, which is a very good aspect, but it also has certain disadvantages. Let us enlist the disadvantages of efficiency based promotion. Again, measuring merit is not always easy. In seniority, we can easily calculate the length of service, that is 3 years, 2 years or 1 year. How are we supposed to calculate merit? Is it the certain target? Is it a certain quality? Is it the certain number of customers he acquires? What would be the measuring variable or parameters of efficiency basis of promotion? This is very difficult to ascertain in an organization. Again, every department would have their own parameters of efficiency. How are we able to give justice to each and every person working in an organization, which becomes the biggest disadvantage of efficiency based promotion? The second disadvantage is that personal prejudices, biases and union pressures may come in the way of promoting the best performer. Again, people can be biased, bosses can be biased towards employees who are working under the benefit of the boss. Again, trade unions always prefer seniority based promotion. As for, we can say that the Indian culture always emphasizes on the elders to move first and then the younger ones. So this can again hinder the ethical aspect of our Indian culture when we choose efficiency based promotion. When young employees get ahead of senior employees in an organization, they may feel insecure and may even quit the organization. Again, talking about labor turnover, the biggest disadvantage of efficiency based promotion is more labor turnover of experienced or older employees, because they may feel that if they have given so many tenure, so many years of service to the organization, in spite of that, the younger employees who are more creative are getting ahead of them and they may leave the employers in disrespect. Now let's take a recap within test. How many bases of promotion are there? Is it 1, 2, 3 or more than 3? If we talk about traditional basis of promotion, there are 2, that is seniority and the second one is merit. But if we take into account the new development, that is seniority cum efficiency, the number would be 3. So the answer we can take over here is 3, that is seniority. The second one is efficiency and the third one is seniority cum merit, which is the new area of development. Which basis takes into account the length of service? Now, the length of service means how many years a person has spent in the same organization. Now, which basis will take into account that? Is it seniority? Is it merit? Is it both or is it none of them? The answer is seniority. The next one is which basis of promotion reduces the labor turnover of young employees. Now I am underlining the word, that is labor turnover of young employees. Is it seniority? Is it merit? Is it both or is it none? Now here the reduction in labor or turnover can only be there if the basis of promotion is merit. Which basis reduces the labor turnover of senior or experienced employees? Is it seniority, merit, both or none? It is seniority based. Now let us differentiate between these two methods of promotion, which is seniority and efficiency. The first measure is how we measure both the basis of promotion. In seniority, the length of service, that is the tenure a person has spent in an organization, is the basis. Whereas in efficiency, it means the ability to work. Whereas in seniority, it is calculated in the assumption that from where the company has joined and served for how many years in the company. In efficiency, it denotes an individual's capacity, skills, knowledge, and its educational and past employment record. In seniority, the person who is at a lower grade, the senior most person in the lower grade will be promoted first. So it is like LIFO, last in, first out, or it can be first in, first out. But the seniority basis take into account first in, first out method. A person who enters an organization first will be promoted out first. Whereas in efficiency, where the lower grade or the higher grade doesn't matter, whether the person is junior or senior doesn't matter, whether the person is a boss or a subordinate doesn't matter. The only thing which matters is the performance of an employee. Seniority is suggested as the criteria of promotion on the assumption that correlation is positive between the length of service and talent. If this assumption doesn't work, seniority can be disastrous for the organization. So I'll repeat, the assumption that there is positive correlation with the length of service and talent and knowledge can only make the seniority basis of promotion beneficial for the organization. Whereas in efficiency, it will encourage all employees to improve their efficiency because only performance is the measure of promotion. Now let us take the difference between the advantages of both the systems. The first advantage in seniority, as we saw in the teletop, was the length of service was easy to measure. But in efficiency, it is not easy to measure in the criteria. Like there are various different criterias for parameters, variables which are connected. We'll go back to the slide for the second one, that is trade unions generally give emphasis on the seniority. As we discussed earlier, that trade unions follow the Indian culture style where the elders are to be moved in first and then the younger ones. Whereas efficiency, it applies the knowledge, skills and performance record of an employee. In seniority basis of employee, it is certain and the person is secured as of when he will get a promotion or how can he get a promotion. Whereas in